first thing with the two-handed backhand, all right? If you guys are a right-handed player, you guys want your right hand on the bottom, your left hand on the top, okay? Once again, the right hand on the bottom, left hand on the top. If you guys are a left-hander, left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top, right? If you guys, that is the grip. Dominant hand on the bottom, opposite hand on the top. The second thing that you guys want to make sure you do, right? We're talking about grips. Guys, I am not a big grip guy. Oh, all these coaches, they go, oh, you got to be in base knuckle 2, continental grip. I don't do that, right? Because everyone's different. Different grips work for different people depending on what they're comfortable with. All you want to make sure for the backhand, right, the two-handed backhand, is that your strings are facing downward when you hit. Once again, when I hit this two-handed backhand, forehand as well, even one-hander, I want my strings downward. The reason why is because a lot of players, they sky the ball goes up real high because their strings are upward. The ball's going to hit and bounce up, all right? So you need to make sure that your strings are tilted downward. So this is how I teach all my students personally how to get into the proper backhand grip, all right? So what you're going to do, go stick your racket straight out, right? Straight out, straight, no tilt. Then what you're going to do is go tilt the racket. I'm a right-handed player, so do the opposite for lefties, right? So I'm going to stick the racket straight out, and all I'm going to do is tilt it a little bit to the right. Look how much tilt that is. That is not a lot of tilt, more like an Eastern grip, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my left hand on the grip, and then I'm ready to hit that two-handed backhand. Let me repeat that one more time for all you guys, right? I'm going to stick the racket straight out, right? Straight out, no tilt. Tilt it a little bit to the right or to the left if you're left-handy or left-hander, and then put my top hand, left hand on top, okay? That is the backhand grip. Guys, this is a big problem that many beginners have, okay? And we're going to get all into it. I'm starting out from scratch, then we're going to work our way into it. But this is where many players go wrong. They do this. Their hands are either too close to each other, right? Their hands are on top of each other. Or what players do wrong is that their hands are so far away from each other, right? There's a gap between your hands. You don't want your hands on top of one another. You don't want a big gap. It's going to be hard to swing. You want your hands stacked right on top of each other. You guys see that? Look how my hands are stacked right on top. Never on top like this, never far away. There should be never any space on your racket, okay? So that is the grip. You want your hands together. The next thing for the backhand, right? You guys want to make sure that you guys are loose. A lot of players, right? The backhand is going to be more difficult than your forehand. Why? Because most people in this world, in this planet, aren't ambidextrous. So it's on your non-dominant side, number one. And number two, there's two hands on it. For your forehand, you have one hand. You have so much flexibility, right? For the backhand, you have two hands. You're way more restricted to hit, right? So you're more restricted, and it's your non-dominant side. So you have to make sure you guys are loose when you guys hit that two-handed backhand. If you guys aren't already loose, I want you guys to go out on the court tomorrow. One thing takeaway is make sure you guys are loose, okay? You want to be loose in your grip, but then another thing you want to do is you want to be loose in your elbows and in your arms. Too many players, what they do is when they take the racket back, their elbows, their arms are locked. You guys see that? You're not going to have much leverage. You guys want to be loose. Not baseball, not like Barry Bonds, right? But you want to have a little bit of bend and flexibility in your racket when you hit, all right? So for all my beginners for the backhand, this is the way I'd start. Hey, if you came up to me right now, you're like, Tyler, I want to learn how to play tennis. I'm a beginner. I would tell you to do this, all right? So step one for the backhand. Guys, this is kind of like we spoke about the forehand last time. It's the same tips basically, again, except it's on your non-dominant side and it's more restricted. So you want to be sideways when you hit the backhand, okay? In general, yeah, there are open stance backhands. You got Nadal, you got Djokovic doing this, but unless you're on tour, you probably shouldn't be trying to hit an open stance backhand. So make sure you guys are sideways when you guys hit that backhand, all right? Then what I'm going to tell everyone to do, if you guys are just learning, you guys want to start low, and then what you're going to do is you're going to swing over your shoulder, pointing your elbows up. Once again, you're going to swing low to high. Once again, you're going to swing low to high. What too many people do wrong is that they come around the ball like this. When they come around the ball, that means that they're going to get it into the net because you're coming on top on top of the ball. So make sure you start with the racket low. And guys, we have the Topspin Pro over here. If you guys want a discount, DM me. I'll give you guys a good discount to Topspin Pro, but I'm going to use this to hit. It's a perfect at-home tool for hitting. I'm going to start with the racket low and then swing to high. Once again, I'm going to start with the racket low, swing to high, all right? And this is a huge tip. If you guys have trouble with your swing path, with your two-handed backhand, this will solve it. This will ensure that you have the proper swing every single time. Are you guys ready? Elbows, okay? So once you guys are done, watch when I swing. Look at my elbows every single time. One more. I'm gonna swing, look at my elbows. My elbows are pointing up. And if I'm on a tennis court, they're pointing exactly to the court. Or if you wanna take that even further, wherever you point your elbows to, the ball's gonna go. So if I wanna go down the line, say if I wanna go over here, down the line, all I'm going to do is swing and point my elbows down the line. If I wanna go cross court, I'm gonna swing and point my elbows cross court. Now you guys are like, okay, Tyler, some of you guys might be like, all right, I already point my elbows up. Guys, if you guys already point your elbows up, if you don't, make sure you point your elbows up. If you do, here's a big reason why you might be netting the ball. When people point their elbows up, a lot of people start to go like this. You guys see this right now? My dominant arm is in like a 45-degree angle, but my non-dominant arm is up. You guys see that? That is wrong. You guys want both of your elbows to be pointing forward. And this is a big deal. Many players, when they swing again, they pull it like this, right? Let me explain this to you why this is such a big deal. If I swing and I finish like this, that means I'm coming around the ball when I hit. You see that? This isn't it. That means I came around the ball because my elbow is down. By pointing both of my elbows up, that's ensuring that I'm going low to high every single time. So never come around and have your dominant elbow down. Make sure both your elbows are up while you hit. So when you guys are going on court tomorrow, today, this morning, wherever you are in the world, I want you guys to go out and hit and just do 10, 15 balls, and all you're going to do is teach yourself low to elbows. Once again, low to elbows. And if you guys don't already do that, I want you guys to fake it till you make it, okay? So if you start down here or you end up down here, just point your elbows up every single time, right? So that is that. Now the next thing, once you guys get that, I want you guys to think, instead of taking the racket low to high, what you guys are gonna do is take the racket back, then go low to high, all right? You're gonna take the racket back for momentum, then you're going to go low to elbows. Once again, I'm going to take the racket back, then I'm going to go low to elbows, all right? So we're going to go through each step, all right? We already went through the elbows. We're going to go on the racket take back. When you guys take the racket back for this backhand, this is a big deal. When I take it back, say if the court's over here, look where my strings are facing. My strings are facing to the side. The tip of the racket is pointing backwards. Once again, when I turn for this backhand, my strings are facing the side. The tip of my racket is pointing backwards. That is the proper take back. You guys look at Djokovic, you guys look at Nadal, they're always like this. You want to make sure for the backhand, when you take it back, you're not pointing back here. That means you're going to come around the ball again. So two things I want you guys to think when you take your racket back for the backhand. Two things. Number one, the strings are facing the side. Number two, the tip of the racket is pointing backwards. Again, I take it back. Strings are to the side, the tip of the racket is pointing backwards every single time, all right? Once I do the take back, then what am I going to do? After you take the racket back, you're going to drop, and now you're in that low, and then elbows, right? Guys, when you guys drop, this is a big deal. This is why many people, when you guys hit your backhand, the ball flies long. It's because when you're dropping, you're tensing your wrist and you go like this. When you drop the racket, you're going just down. Guys, when you guys drop the racket, I want you to watch me drop it. This is all I'm doing. Just letting the racket go down. You guys see this? So racket back, then I'm dropping. I'm letting gravity do the work. I'm not forcing myself to drop. That's going to help me, or that's going to force me to spray the ball long. I'm going to take the racket back, and I'm just going to drop my hands down. Notice when I drop my hands, look where I am right now. The tip of the racket is pointing down. The butt cap of the racket is pointing up. So once again, I'm going to take the racket back. I'm looking at my strings to the side, tip pointing kind of backing up. Then when I drop, the tip's pointing down, the butt cap's pointing up. So think, tip up, tip down. So again, I take my racket back, tip up, then when I drop, tip is down, okay? That's going to help me get under the ball when I hit. So then once I get under the ball, what am I going to do? We already said this, right? You're going to swing up and elbows up. So tip up for the backhand, tip down to drop. You're going to get under the ball when you hit. Do we have any visual learners on here? Are you guys visual learners? You guys learn by seeing things, right? If you guys think that you're making a C with the backhand, it will help you out a ton. Watch this, right? I'm going to describe this to you. So when you take the racket up, right, take it back, look, it's the top of the C. Then when you drop, it's the curve of the C. And then you swing over your shoulder. Again, top of the C, curve of the C, and then I'm going to swing over my shoulder. So you're literally making a C when you hit every single time, right? So guys, you guys are out on court right now. You're incorporating my tips, and you're like, Tyler, it still feels awkward. I hate the two-handed backhand. I can't hit it. I want to switch to a one-hander. Guys, every two-hander is going to want to switch to a one-hander when they mess up, and every one-hander is going to switch to a two-hander, right? It's just there should be a book or a story about the tale of a backhander, right? But guys, if it still feels awkward, I want you guys to do this, right? If it feels awkward, the backhand, one tip, all right? One tip. You guys watch Barstool, Presidente, Pizza Review Time. You guys watch him? Anyone? I love him, right? So he says in that voice, right? For right-handed players, I want you to think in the Pizza Review Time voice, right? Left hand does the talking, right hand does the walking, all right? So when I hit, all that a two-handed backhand is a left-handed forehand. My left hand does the talking, right hand does the walking. Left hand's the Uber driver, right hand's the guy coming back from the club at 2, 4 a.m., depending where you are in the world, right? Left hand does all the work. If you guys are hitting your backhand and it feels super unnatural, use your left hand. I'm telling you, it's going to feel weird at first, but it's going to make a total difference. Once again, if you guys don't already use your left hand or your top hand, if you're lefty, I'm telling you to use your right hand, right? If you're a righty, if you don't already use your left hand, you guys are missing out. Get off live right now and go hit some backhands with your left hand. It will change your game. Watch this. So the Topspin Pro will show when I hit spin. So if I do the proper swing, you guys see that ball, it's spinning right now. But if I don't, look at the ball. It's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. So by doing the proper swing, it's going to be spin, right? Watch this real quick. And this is for topspin real quick. We're going to get in topspin. If I want to hit topspin, I'm going to put it over here so you guys can see. Watch, if I use my right hand, if I don't use my right hand, look, you guys see the balls. If I use my right hand, I'm not using my top hand on my backhand. I'm not using my top hand. Look, the ball's not spinning. But if I use that left hand, right? If I use my left hand, look at the ball. The ball is spinning. So not only will your left hand make your backhand more natural, but it's going to imply topspin. Whenever you guys are close to the court, right? If you guys ever get a short ball, the closer you get to the net, the more left hand you need, because you need to spin that ball in the court. The further back you are, you guys want to hit more topspin? Exaggerate your left hand. The only way to hit topspin for the backhand is two things I want you guys to think. Number one, use your top hand, your left hand if you're right. And number two, swing low to high, right? Guys, this is the Topspin Pro. If you guys are looking to get it, I have a link for everyone. But it is the best hitting tool. You guys see this angle right now? That's the angle that you want to be swinging with the ball, right? Watch this, watch this. You're swinging low to high. You need to brush the ball, and by doing that, you have to use that top hand. If you guys are new to using your top hand, there's two drills that I'm going to tell you to go out and do. Two drills that I use with all my students to teach them how to hit more topspin, make it feel more natural, and to use their non-dominant hand, right? Drill number one, all you're going to do is you're going to go out. You're not worrying about the result right now. You're going to go out on the court tomorrow. You're going to put your racket in your non-dominant hand. So I'm typically a right-handed player. I'm going to use my left hand. And you're just going to hit 5 balls. Have someone drop, feed, and hit. Or toss, feed from the other side, 2. And then what you're going to do is after you do 5, then you're going to put your other hand on. And you're going to do the exact same feel, right? It should feel the exact same. So do 5 without your top or your bottom hand. And then do 5 with. It's going to teach you exactly how it should feel. The second drill, which is a great drill, and I do this with all my students to make sure that they're using their non-dominant hand for the backhand. Watch what we're going to do. So I'm going to toss them the ball, and what they're going to do is they're going to hit, and then once they follow through, they're going to take their hand off and wave. They're going to take their bottom hand off, their dominant hand. So they're going to swing over the shoulder and wave. They're going to swing and wave. They're going to swing and wave. Guys, this drill, the swing and wave, again, it's teaching you to utilize your non-dominant, your top hand when you guys hit. Real quick, disclaimer with this tip, right? When you guys do this, real quick, you guys want to make sure you finish your shot and then you take your hand off. You don't want to swing and take your hand off at the same time. So I want to swing and then take my hand off and wave. Again, I'm going to swing, then take my hand off and wave, all right? Those two drills, use your left hand, just left-handed forehand, and then again, take your opposite hand off the racket, your hitting arm. It will transform your backhand, okay? Now, when a lot of people hit their backhands, they're off balance. They're muscling the ball, they feel no stability. You guys don't feel balanced when you guys hit. Here's 2 hacks to make sure that you guys are balanced every single time you guys are hitting that two-hander or one-handed backhand. But guys, we're gonna have another Instagram Live for those one-handers out there. I'm a two-hander, so that's why I'm extremely interested in the two-hand. I love posting about it, but I do coach the one-hand as well. But when people hit, they're two-hander, right? It's more restricted. For the forehand, you can get away without doing this, but for the backhand, it's necessary, right? Guys, when you guys hit, and you guys hit that backhand, check where your feet are after you follow through. You guys want space in between your feet. Too many players, they hit their backhand and they're like this. If someone came up to me and tried to move me, I'd fall right over because their stance is too narrow. When you guys want to hit that two-handed backhand, you guys want to make sure that you have a wide stance every single time you hit, right? A wide stance. You never want a narrow stance. That's going to help keep you more balanced while you hit, okay? Another way to make sure that you're balanced, make sure it's feeling more natural. There's 2 ways to make sure that you have more balance during a ground stroke. This is for your forehand as well. Either A, adjust your stance, have a wider stance, or B, drop your center of gravity, get lower. If I'm 6 foot tall, I'm gonna be 5 foot when I hit. I'm gonna get low into my legs. It's going to help me be more stable, okay? You see Djokovic, you see Nadal, you see any of these two-handers, they have such a wide base, okay? A great way to get more power is just to get lower into your legs. Take a bigger step. A great tip for stepping into the backhand, and we're not going to get too in detail with it, but is to show the bottom of your shoe. So if you guys are stepping into your backhand and you guys want a little bit more stability and power, you guys don't want to take a small step and hit, right? You guys want to take a big step that you can actually see the bottom of your shoe sole if you're in front of yourself, and then you're going to hit. So once again, you're going to take the racket back, you're going to take a big step, show the bottom of your shoe, and then hit every single time. The more wider of a stance you can take, the bigger step, you guys will be able to get more control, get more power, and more consistency on the backhand, all right? Guys, so once again, we went over swing path, we went over grip, we went over how to hit topspin, we went over elbows up. What else do we have to do? We went over to turn, right? You guys want to turn, take the racket back. Again, 2 things. When there's 3 steps to the backhand. Number 1, you take the racket back, strings are facing the side, tip of the racket's pointing upward. Step 2 is you drop. Your tip is downward. This is going to help you get under the ball. And then what do you guys do? Elbows up every single time, okay? Another thing that I want everyone to make sure that they're doing, right, is make sure when you guys hit, you guys hold your finish. Too many players, what they do is they hit and they pump fake and go back. You want to hit and hold the finish every single time, okay? So go out on court and make sure, again, you're hitting and holding your finish. You're hitting and holding your finish. What you don't want to do is you don't want to hit and bring it back real quick. Hit, hold your finish, get low, and you guys will hit better backhands. So guys, that's basically it for how to hit the two-handed backhand. We're going to do a little Q&A right now. If you guys have any questions, anything that I didn't go over, feel free to ask away. All right, guys. So we're going to do a little Q&A. Thank you for everyone joining. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, have any questions, comments, any questions or comments below, Sorry, it's been a long day teaching at my tennis club. They're basically trying to like kick me out, so it was a hard, long day today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have better backhands. Again, guys, if you guys don't already use that top hand, make sure you're using the top hand. Use the left hand if you're a right-handed player. Use the right hand if you're a left-handed player. It's going to help you a ton. Guys, you guys have any questions? We're going to do our Q&A at the end. I'm going to try to do this every single time. Every Thursday, we're going to be doing a topic. Forehand, backhand, maybe mental game. All right, cool. What leg should be first? If you're a right-handed player, your right leg should go first, right? You should step into the ball with your right leg, all right? Every single time you hit. You actually want to step into the ball. Yes, you want to step into it. Make sure you take a big step with that right foot every single time you hit. Guys, any other questions? Guys, do we have any other questions? Let's see. Any questions? Any questions? Comments? Concerns? What's up? Any other questions? Going once? Any questions about the two-handed backhand? Shout out to Brazil. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Do we have any questions? Next week we're going to be doing the serve. Should you cork your wrist? So you always want to bring, when you guys take that two-handed backhand back, right? When you take the racket back, you always want to make sure the racket tip is above your hands and wrist. You never want to take the racket straight back. Like when you guys take that racket back, right? You never want it to be taken back like this. If it's taken back like this, you're going to come on top of the ball. When you take it back, you want the racket tip being up. So when I take this racket back, look, I want the racket tip up. I never want it down or horizontal. It's going to be hard to get under the ball. If you guys take the racket back, again, you want that tip facing not straight up, but facing upwards. It's going to help you get under the ball every single time consistently. I hope that answers your question, Aaron. Guys, any other questions? Any more questions, comments, concerns? If not, I'm going to watch some Squid Game. I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. Any other questions? Thank you for joining, everyone. Anything else? Going once. Going twice. 3 times. All right, guys. Well, hey, I hope everyone has a good night. How to aim. Yeah, so how to aim real quick, right? Guys, if you guys want to aim with your backhand, I'm telling you, this is easy. It's for your forehand, everything too, right? All you do is point your elbows to the target. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. I don't really like it either, but I have to watch it. It's like addicting to watch. But Hiri, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. But so say if I want to go cross court, you're going to swing and point your elbows cross court. If you want to go down the line, you're going to swing and point your elbows down the line. That's all you do. You swing your elbows to the target, make sure they finish there. The ball will go. Why? Because when I point my elbows here, it's going to force my body to turn a little bit. If I want to go down the line and point my elbows here, it's going to keep my body in line every single time that you hit. Any more questions? We'll do one more countdown. So I hope that helps you with your aim. Any more questions? Going once. Going twice. Oh, I have to post an Instagram reel today. Shoot. Going 3 times. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys hit better backhands. Again, guys, if you guys don't already use your top hand, make sure you use your top hand. Make sure you get your elbows up. Guys, we're doing this every single Thursday, 8:10. We start at 8:15 just to allow everyone to get on. Next week, I think I'm going to do the serve. We're going to do the slice. We're going to do the one-hander. We're going to do a straight-up Q&A. We're going to do a mental game, probably double strategy session. We're going to be doing it all. I'm really excited to help you guys out and improve your game. All right, guys, thank you for the support. Hope everyone has a good night. See you guys.